trade war between the U.S. and China has temporarily come to a halt, as the two countries agreed to partially remove large-scale tariffs. China evaluated this positively and also announced that it would strengthen solidarity with other countries.
China has mobilized its government and state-run media to give a positive assessment of the tentative agreement reached in the tariff war with the United States. In an official statement released on the 12th, the Chinese Ministry of Commerce stated that the two countries decided to eliminate approximately 91% of the additional tariffs imposed on each other last month and postpone the remaining 24% for 90 days. And that this decision meets the expectations of producers and consumers in both countries and is in line with the common interests of the world. The Ministry of Commerce then emphasized the importance of mutually beneficial cooperation between the two countries, saying, "We hope that this meeting will serve as an opportunity to correct the United States' wrong unilateral tariff increase policy." In a separate statement, it also warned that, if the United States undermines China's interests in tariff negotiations with other countries, China will resolutely take countermeasures in kind. China believes that this agreement is not just a diplomatic achievement, but an important turning point that will prevent a structural crisis in international trade. The Department of Commerce also stated that unilateralism and protectionism harm the international economic order, and that China is willing to unite with other countries to jointly respond to unilateral bullying. State-run media outlets also unanimously evaluated this as a victory. China's Central Television CCTV's social media channel Weiyuan Tantian reported that the joint statement of the talks was balanced and beneficial to both countries, and that a pragmatic and rational approach led to the results. In particular, it evaluated Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, the U.S. negotiator, as a rational person who knows well that the global supply chain and division of labor system are beneficial to the U.S. capital market, and emphasized that there is a trend within the U.S. that recognizes the need for cooperation. The media also explained that this agreement is the result of China's strong response, or struggle, given that China was the first country to counterattack the U.S. tariff measures. This is an interpretation that China's diplomatic firmness led to the conclusion of this negotiation. In this regard, Weiyuan Tantian cited the words of Mao Zedong, the founding father of China: "If you pursue unity through struggle, unity will remain," to justify China's strategic unity and strong response. Another state-run media outlet, Observer.com, evaluated that this joint statement is a major victory for China in the trade war, and argued that China's struggle is even more meaningful compared to countries that have not responded to the U.S. trade pressure. In this way, China is revealing its intention to strengthen its presence in the international community, while at the same time consolidating domestic public opinion by giving it more political meaning than simply suspending tariffs.
Although a temporary ceasefire has been reached, the roots of trade tensions between the U.S. and China remain deep. Whether the upcoming negotiations will lead to a true thaw, the world is once again watching the U.S. and China's next move.